In this video, Raul Fernandez makes big allegations against his former team Red Bull KTM IO. KTM bound Francesco Guidotti reveals why KTM's offer was something he couldn't refuse. And Jack Miller claims podium in front of his home crowd at the ASBK season finale. My name is Sankalp and this is your Racing News Fix. Breaking the record set by Marc Marquez in Moto2, Raul Fernandez claimed the Rookie of the Year and finished runner-up in the title fight not too far behind his teammate Remy Gardner. Raul is fast as they come, but he comes with many controversies as well. First, there were rumors linking him to the satellite Yamaha team. Then he signed with Tech3 KTM, apparently against his wish to stay in Moto2 for another year. And now the latest one is probably the biggest of them all. Raul claims his own team put hurdles in his way in the title fight with his teammate Remy Gardner. Raul started by calling himself the moral champion with more poles, more wins and more fastest laps throughout the season. I am the strongest rider, with more victories, more poles and fastest laps. Remy is the champion. He has scored more points, but really with the speed we had and being a fish that swims against the current, I honestly feel that I am the moral champion. Opening up about the lack of support from the experienced side of the team, Raul said, "The problem we had is that nobody knew how to guide us and that's why we don't have the crown. I have lacked a hand to guide us, a hand to tell us to be careful, like small children before tripping over a stone. A figure that would guide us and open the way for us. A figure who would like to help us to win, not a figure who puts stones and obstacles in our way." Raul further went on to point out why Remy winning the title is no big deal. "It's very nice to talk about you being a champion when you have been in the category for 6 years, saying that I have been smarter. No, he has not been smarter. He has been the one who had fewer obstacles in his way." Finally, Raul concluded by pointing out one specific incident caught on live TV which helps prove his point. Raul said, "When we were in Austin on the podium celebrating my victory, there were people in the box who didn't look happy and neither did they applaud. It is difficult because when you are a rider and you are fighting for the dream, you need people by your side who truly believe in you and who don't put obstacles in your way." When asked about his opinion about Raul's accusations, Remy simply brushed it off by calling it silly bullshit. Remy went, "From my point of view, they seem silly to me. He can think whatever he wants, everyone knows who is the world champion. I think the team gave both of us a good chance. The best one on the track won. If you ask me, his statements are bullshit." And trying to completely underplay the whole matter, team owner Aki Ayo didn't even address the allegations directly. Aki said, "Young riders cannot be expected to be able to control their emotions at all times. Until the last moment, everyone remained calm and professional in the box. I was happy and satisfied with that. Those who have not won the World Championship are looking for reasons. Remy has won 5 times and he has been most consistent and he has had an incredible season and there were no internal conflicts in the team. So we must be proud of our season. I don't focus on reading interviews. We had a fantastic 2 years together with Raul. I keep that in mind." Despite winning a record-breaking 8 races in his rookie season, Raul Fernandez lost the title. What do you think? Did the team put obstacles in Raul's title fight and internally favored Remy Gardner? Let's chat in the comments below. When the news of KTM's Mike Leitner getting replaced by Pramac's Francesco Guidotti came out, a lot of us were confused at first. Guidotti has been at Pramac for 10 years now and has achieved a lot of good results while shaping young talent and making them ready for the factory team. So what made him leave the comfort of Pramac Ducati and move over to KTM? Francesco Guidotti explains, "When a factory team calls you, it is difficult to say no. Anyone who works in this sport is a person of some sort of ambition, and the factory team is where ambitions materialize. In a factory team, the goal is to get the maximum result, whereas in a satellite team, to put it in a crude way, in terms of results, you can have more fun because there's a much wider range and there's less pressure and more carelessness. But being involved in a project with a factory team is another dimension, both on technical and management level." And Ducati's Jack Miller took his end of the season podium form all the way back home as he took part in the ASBK Championship season finale as a wildcard. Miller rode a standard Panigale V4R with no bells and whistles of the Desmosedici and struggled off the line on all occasions. He was taken out in the first race and did not even see the checkered flag. Race 2 was much better for Miller and although he struggled off the line again, he settled in a good rhythm, initially getting comfortable in P4 and making the move around halfway through the race to clinch the final podium position. Being denied the chance to race in front of his home fans for the past 2 seasons due to the pandemic, finally racing at home, a very happy Jack Miller said, "I think we can be pretty happy with that result. The boys really rode good today. I'm normally pretty good at starts, but with this thing I'm trying to take off like I'm at the traffic lights and it won't work. But it was a lot of fun. I love racing motorcycles and that's the whole reason why we are here. And I'd love to come back and do it again." If you made it till here, let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. To stay up to date on all things MotoGP, hit the subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. Here are 2 more videos which you might enjoy. My name is Sankal and I'll be back with another video very soon.